Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name's Tommy Wave, and today we're taking a look at, once again, another sweet Jeleniowatyy creation. We're here playing some Rhastakhan's Rumble decks, and Jeleniowatyy has brought us a really interesting Beast Hunter with a lot of new additions from the latest set. So let's take a look at some of those new cards. We've got Helpless Hatchling in here, so 1-drop Beast. On Death Rattle, reduces the cost of a beast in our hand by 1. So kind of a little bit of ramp here. You know, if we can potentially drop these on like a Savannah Highmane or a Bittertide Hydra, that is pretty good. Though this is kind of the 1-drop that I'm most interested to see how well it goes, because there are certainly other 1-drops available. You know, we've got Alley Cat, we've got Jeweled Macaw, even Raptor Hatchling, these types of things. So I think Alley Cat rotated. But we do have other options for 1-drops, so it'll be interesting to see how well Helpless Hatchling does. The other new 1-drop that we've got is Springpaw. A lot of people were hyped for this card. So 1 mana 1/1 with Rush. And on Battlecry we get a 1/1 Lynx with Rush to our hand. So this is going to be particularly good in early situations where we need to trade in. Particularly bad if we need to apply pressure, but just like Firefly, it is a card that comes in 2 pieces, so it gives us a bit of granularity as well as we progress with our turns. That's something that's always quite important. Also important is we still have the turn 2 Crackling Razormaw to take advantage of all these 1-drop beasts. But we've also got Headhunter's Hatchet. It's a brand new card from Rhastakhan's Rumble. It's a weapon, 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. If you control a beast, it gets +1 durability, and that's really what we're trying to hit here. Make sure that we have a 2/3 weapon, and against most decks, this weapon's going to dominate the board for the you know, turn 2, turn 3, and then possibly be useful on turn 4. But just a huge card here with Headhunter's Hatchet, and it really pairs well with the Crackling Razormaw, as we have a critical mass of 1-drops that are very good and a critical mass of fantastic 2-drops to follow up on. We've also got Revenge of the Wild in here. It's 2 mana spell. Summon your beast that died this turn. This is ideally going to be used aggressively. We're going to trade in a bunch of our minions. Revenge of the Wild, bring them all back. Combos quite well with Scavenging Hyena, and by allowing you to trade things in. Scavenging Hyena with Springpaw, you can trade your Springpaws in, Revenge of the Wild, bring them back, get more trades off, have a huge Scavenging Hyena, and that's actually a combo that I was really excited to do, but more of a streamlined combo deck. And I think Jeleniowaty's gone for more of a broad thing here, and I think it's really strong. I hope it is, and if it is, we might do a bit more exploring on that. Also got Master's Call in here. It's kind of one of the I guess this is the main core of this deck, in that we're playing only beasts. So whenever we Master's Call, it's going to be a 3 mana draw 3, and they're always going to be minions. And we've got some nice top end here. The downside is we've also got a lot of 1-drops, and I can imagine that many times when we Master's Call and we do hit kind of, Helpless Hatchling, Springpaw, and a 2-drop, it might not be enough. So we'll keep an eye out and see if maybe we need to tinker with the deck a bit more, maybe cut some of the 1s, play things like Candle Shot instead, maybe cut some of the 2s, play Secrets instead, as that's one of the bigger missions from the deck. There's no secret package or anything in here, no Spellstones, nothing like that, just going for a raw Beast Huntery type build. And we've got some good top end here with the Bittertide Hydra, Rexar, and Savannah Highmane. So without further ado, we'll jump into some games, see how we go. Lots of cards to keep an eye out for here, so we'll see how we go. Okay, up against the Priest. I like this one and this too, and I think Bear Shark could be pretty maybe problematic for a Priest. So we'll keep this hand. I'm not super confident on it, because it's maybe not, it's not our best 1-drop, it's not our best 2-drop. Ooh, no turn 1 Northshire Cleric though. We are saved by the bell, as it were. We won't get the second links out. This is pretty tempting to coin the second links to set up a big Direwolf Alpha or a Crackling Razormaw. Never mind! It's Mechathune Priest. So this is going to be very tough, especially if our opponent has a lot of Spirit Lashes. I wish Murloc decks were still common and competitive. I mean, Murloc decks are... You get one of those things, right? They're either competitive, but, you know, still have a lot of pieces, or they're not competitive, but contain lots of commons.
Death comes.
Yeah, so I don't know if they've switched over to playing Mass Hysteria instead of Psychic Scream, or in addition to Psychic Scream. Was playing some Cloning Gallery Priest last night with instead of all the combo pieces, I was just playing Hakar and a bunch of value death rattles. It was very fun. Tremendously fun! Alright, see if our board gets cleared by a Holy Nova. I was really hoping to hit Divine Shield there on the, or Death Rattle on the Wolf. No Mass Hysteria or Holy Nova. Oh, Spirit Lashes, never mind. I was gonna say, wow, we're in with a chance. Alright, opponent, what have you? I've been playing a lot of Quest Shaman. It's not super competitive, but it's super fun. Yeah, I could get behind some Quest Shaman. With new Tasty Fin. Oh yeah. GG's to our opponent.
Before the might of the elves.
Alright, up against the Druid. Got our 1-2-3 curve. So we'll definitely keep that. Is possible maybe we should be mulliganing for another 1-drop as we're on the coin. Our opponent wants to hero power on turn 2. They will kill our Helpless Hatchling. Another reason that you know, we really prefer not playing one. We prefer to not play 1 toughness 1-drops, especially in a meta where some of the better decks have. Oh my gosh, they didn't trade. Is that the threat? That, like... Ugh. Ugh, that was the ugliest adapt. But yeah, I think a lot of those combo decks, they generally get better once people move away from it being a very linear combo deck and start moving towards it being more of an open-ended control strategy. Alright. Smells like we're going to get swiped. But we've got Rexar. We can even deploy it a bit earlier. Start, there it is. We start pushing some damage. Are you still doing the Christmas tree? Yeah, we are. Of course we are, Daedric Streams. I'll show you the holiday tree after this game. It's looking very lit. I think we'll deploy this Razormaw this turn, actually. Ugh. Some not very aggressive adapts. We're in a good position here. For our opponent, Spreading Plagues. Got a Rexar. Can do a bit of work on those Scarabs.
Like to play with fire.
Pyro, though. What's our opponent doing with a Pyro? What's our opponent doing with a Gadget Zan Auctioneer? Ah, Cthulhu Druid. Mechathune Druid. Does our opponent not have any more action? That would be great. Or do they got the other Innovate? Yep, they have the other Innovate. And another box in. Sweet. And they want a Moonfire us too. Cool. Well, glad we didn't draw that earlier, because we probably would have died.
The eternal hunt has begun.
Because the computer turned on and I'm installing Windows right now, I'm going to resub again. Sure, yeah. Have a bit of a think about what you want to add to the tree. I'm excited to get some more ornaments on there, especially now that we got the Heroes of the Storm Garrosh on there. I feel like we can do anything. So they don't have the other Pyromancer, but they've played most of the 0 mana spells in the deck. Nourish on draw. Oh no. Munch, not spell damage. If our opponent is on Mechathune Druid, I am curious as to why our opponent would be... Okay, they just wanted the extra 6 damage. Again, guess they wanted to get deeper into their deck too. That makes a lot of sense.
I wonder.
I think this Zombies might be pretty important. Or might have another big Taunto that they're going to try and sit behind.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Okay. Show me your deals. If this is armor, I don't think we can win. Yeah. 40 damage is a lot to do when we die in 5 turns. Well, I guess maybe 6 or 7 turns. Snow Flipper! Gonna have to get some very aggressive builder beasts if we want to close this game down. game out. Our opponent still has another Pyro as well. Is GG Snowflipper OP? Nah. Gets swiped. Gets killed by the cleave. In spirit though. Is there any beast we can get that ruins Mechathune? I guess we could get a Mukla or something. Give him some bananas.
Do you like to play with
Especially after the Pyro's gone.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
That's what we're hoping for. I have to get one deeper into fatigue. They played both Innovates as well, right? Did they kill us from here? Even though it didn't pop up, I just resubbed for our 2 months. It says I did. Weird. It should have popped up. And it didn't come up in the chat. Very strange. Maybe it's got a bit of lag on it or something. There's the other naturalize. Is our opponent just gonna raw play the Mechathune? Alright, come on Mukla. Oh wait, we can just silence it with this Zombeast. Tremendous. Right? Like, play it, we silence it, and they're dead. Interesting, our opponent chose to use both of their Innovates at a time where I don't think they really needed to.
You win. I can rest now.
Did we just have lethal on the board? They're gonna die. I guess we didn't have any 10 power minions on the board either, so they couldn't trade into it. Oh well. GG, I guess. Alright. Hunter Mirror. We've got our 1-drop. We are on the play, so I think we can definitely try and mulligan for Crackling Razormaw or Headhunter's Axe. I'm hoping to be able to stream tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. What kind of... I should chuck you a follow. What kind of time are you looking to stream?
Truth is found in death.
Alright, turn to Keleseth. So maybe Death Rattle Hunter. Can't be secrets. I guess it can be. Super interesting that they're playing Secret Plan in a Keleseth deck. Be about 3:30 for me. What time is it there for you now? Tracking as well. I mean, these flanking strikes aren't going to do much until our opponent actually decides to get on the board here. And, I don't know, with 2 mana, have they correctly predicted that our hand is freezing? Well, kind of regretty spaghetti there. We would have rather have had the Diamol Alpha get put back into our hand. As we could just redeploy it, but danger of it being like wandering monster, very high. Okay, so we fire back with our own flanking strike. It's 8 PM for me. Alright, yeah. It might be a bit early for me to tune in, but who knows. So now we're kind of seeing maybe one of the weaknesses of the hatchling that doesn't necessarily put up a lot of pressure. It's easily traded into, and not sure if the cost reduction is, you know, super relevant. Double tracking, well, whatever they want, they probably have it. Trading flanking shots back and forth forever. Big T, quadruple 7. I just played against APM Priest. I thought that deck died more than a month ago. So did I. I mean, it never got worse in a way. Like it's still the same deck. It just took a different form, or people stopped playing it. I think a lot of decks like that kind of come out and they're like, wow, this is the new big combo deck, and it does really well for a couple of days, and then as soon as people know how to play against it, or know what's up, it very quickly fades. Oh, cube 2. Yeah, maybe we should have just fired off the kill command on the spider bot. We'll try and find something here. Night Prowler or Tundra Rhino? Probably Tundra Rhino. Yes. So that's something to do next turn. Unfortunately, we will have to kind of grind through these 2 spider bots, so hopefully our opponent doesn't have their own Rexar this turn. I think that could be quite problematic for us. Also, hopefully they're more than just the mid-rangey Death Rattle Hunter. Interesting change though, he was using the new Priest Troll, so it's a 7/8 with Taunt, and using Vivid Nightmares on it continuously with a test subject combo. Oh, so it uses the Grave Horror to protect itself? With Grave Horror is not actually part of the combo, it's just like a thing that's there. Yeah, okay. There's the other cube. What can we fish up? Adapt my Murlocs, you say? Well, this kind of sucks, but we don't want to, don't particularly want to lose our boys. Now, do we Bear Shark or do we Master's Call? I think we're going to Bear Shark. This is a tough matchup. I think if our, like I said, if our opponent ever hits their own Rexar, this is pretty cool. Gets to crack their egg. I'll just trade the egg for our zombies. Keep the pressure up. Yeah, and if they're going to hero power us every turn, we're on a bit of a clock. Not ideal here. Not ideal. Yeah, we're dead to a kill command. We really needed to hit a taunt or some kind of rush lifesteal. Ugh, or it's just dead to King Crush. Woo! GG's. Okay, we're here with Jeleniowaty's Beast Hunter. Just played a couple of games with it, had a couple of successes, and dropped a game though. But overall, I think there are a couple of cards that jump out as maybe needing a bit of change. I think Helpless Hatchling never really felt great. The cost reduction, I don't think ever really became super duper relevant. And I think the cost of having to play this kind of 1/1 minion that dies to a lot of things, doesn't really replace itself, is not really worth it. I'd like to see maybe Jeweled Macaw or you know, just another 1-drop in there that's a bit more resilient. Maybe even just cutting it all together and just playing the Diamols and the Spring Paws to help make the Master's Calls a bit more powerful. Headhunter's Hatchet felt phenomenal. I think this really helps you know, solidify the Hunter decks as being able to, you know, be very, very aggressive early on with the 1 and 2 drops, which is great. We never got an opportunity to play Revenge of the Wild. That's not to say that it's a bad card, but maybe we just never saw the right matchups. And I like the options for late game cards here. Something that I would like to experiment with is putting a Halazi in the deck. I think if we're playing Scavenging Hyena, I think Halazi makes a lot of sense, especially against those minion-based matchups. We'd love to have some Lynxes, and they do combo quite well with Direwolf Alpha and Leok if you manage to hit that off of an Animal Companion. The only other cards that I'd maybe like to see experimented with, maybe Baited Arrow, maybe some Deadly Shots, just maybe trimming some more of the fat here to make sure our Master's Calls are always getting really high value cards. But I think that Hunter is in a really nice place right now. Lots of great tools. You know, I'd like to see a version of this deck that's playing the secret package, something a little bit different. But I think over the next couple of weeks we're going to see Hunter change a lot. This is a great place to start. Big ups to Jeleniowatyy. Go check them out on Hearthstone. Go check them out on YouTube. They're making some fantastic content. Streamer too. So if you are watching on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including links over to that Hearthstone deck article. Jump over there, give Jeleniowaty's deck a lovely +1, and leave a thoughtful comment, like I know you will. And until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, call the master. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.